Hey everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. I just wanted to hop on and do a quick unboxing video for you guys because I've never ordered these products before. I've seen some of the big YouTubers, planner YouTubers, do unboxings of these before. This is our Archer and Olive, and they're more in the bullet journal space, but they do have a few products that are of interest to me. Notepads, dot grid notepads with some different papers. You guys know I love doing my blackout spreads, and so I decided I'm always looking for great, high quality, black all the way through blackout paper. So I got this dot grid notepad, and it's meant for you to pull the pages out. And then I also got the brown craft paper version because I thought that might be fun to use for junk journal, antique vintage kind of spreads. So we're gonna get in here. I wasn't gonna do an unboxing, I'll be honest with you guys. I was gonna do a pen test video because they now have, so I've seen the Acrylograph pens. Planning with Bumble has a few videos on the Acrylograph pens, and they have metallics. So I got those because I thought they would be fun. Well, all the pens, all the Acrylographs supposedly write well on both black and normal paper, but they have a new line of pens. They're called Cleograph. So they're brush pens, you guys. I'm super excited. So I got a couple of those. Let's start with the paper first. This is, what size is this did I get? It's the bigger of the notepads. It's going to be a really tight squeeze, you guys, to use this for a classic size happy planner. It's just a tiny, it's tall enough, but it's just a tiny bit narrow. Their biggest one, but I just thought if I punched it just a teensy bit shallow, and then I frankenplanned it back to back with a correct size page, maybe it would be okay. So let's just see what we got here. But you guys, I've watched unboxings before. I cannot tell you, the unboxings don't do these justice. This is the most beautiful packaging. Seriously, like the small businesses do a great job with the little notes and the ribbons and the cute little cards and I love them, don't get me wrong, but you guys, for a large company, the packaging is amazing. Like these well, I mean, okay, green's my favorite color, you guys know that if you've watched me for a while, but look at this boxing. It's insane. I mean, it's just beautiful. I will be saving this box. And so we got paper. Okay, so here is the quote-unquote craft paper. Oops. Craft paper journal. So it's got a nice, heavy, like desk blotter feeling back to it. And then you see these metal, like they're almost like old school scrapbook paper fasteners, like the Chicago screws that you use when you do your own sticker book. And then it's perforated here, but if I unscrew these, I can pull this out and not have to perforate it, and then that gives me probably the additional distance I would need to get a full-size classic sheet happy planner page out of it. Let me just grab a page and we'll check, because I'm sure the measurement is to the perforation. Now the other thing to keep in mind is it does have rounded corners. So but I can cut those off. So it's tall enough I can cut off the rounded corner, see here? But yeah, it's a tiny bit short. The perforation just gets me to here. So what I will probably do, well, let's just try it, you guys. That's a Phillips head screwdriver. I don't have a flat head. Okay, just a little cheat here. Let me see if this is, yep. Oh yeah, those are nice and loose. So I'm just unscrewing this. Like I said, yep, it's just a Chicago screw. And they're super loose. They actually have a little bit of a grip to them. So, okay, and then this flips up. Yep, there we go. Now if I pull this off, as long as I don't, and then it's, yeah, there we go. Okay, so as long as I don't mind the holes, and that little perforation line, which I could cover that with washi tape, you know. Oh yeah, the holes are going to get cut off anyway. So there we go. If I center this between the rounded corners, Yep, there's just going to be a little tiny bit of perforation, and you know what? It's going to be within the confines of the punches anyway, and these holes are going to get chopped off. So I am definitely going to be able to use this for classic size Happy Planner. And there you can see, I don't know if you can see, let me turn my light down a little bit so it's not washing out quite so bad. Can you see the dot grid? Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So there we go. This is nice heavy paper too. I don't remember if it said what weight it was, but there we go. That'll be super easy. I'll put this together later. I will put that back together. But anyway, let's look at the black one. So that was the craft paper version. And this is the same size. This is the black paper. Oh, so pretty, you guys. So again, it's got the nice hard back cover, and then I can pull it apart and I can get my full page. It looks like it's definitely black all the way through. It's got, the dots aren't super bright. They're actually pretty hard for you guys to see. My camera can't even focus on them. They're very, very subtle. So I think that's going to be awesome. Okay. I'm going to pause this, put that other one back together because the next thing is pens and I want to do some pen tests. Okay, so let's get into these pens. This one is 7, I got the 0.7 millimeter tip, and it says that they are water-based acrylic non-toxic. So water-based is less likely to bleed through your pages than the paint-based, but again, you're gonna have to test it. If it does bleed through, just be prepared to do like I do and Frankenplan with some scrapbook paper or something on the back side. So, and so then they have 2 color sets. So they name their color sets, I guess. Like I said, this is my first order from Archer and Olive, and I did pay for these. I'm wanting to try them. So this is the Tropical Selection. Again, water-based ink, non-toxic. It's the Cleograph as opposed to the Acrylograph. So these are brush pens. I'm not sure how big they're going to be. They may be too big to write in a classic size. They may be so big that I need to save them for like doing my big months like I do. So let's first check out these. These are less of an unknown. These, I know, like I said, Mary Ellen with Planning with Bumble has done some testing with these. Directions for use. With the cap on, vigorously shake pen up and down before each use. Metallics require more shaking than regular. Press the tip. Okay, so these are the ones that you have to like prime. You know what I mean? Press the pen tip against a clean surface until ink flow begins. Gently wipe off the tip with a rag. Firmly replace the cap and store horizontally. Okay, so here we go. This is what they look like. Lots of big foam nests that they are in. It's got the full rainbow, and then like a silver and a gray. And then this looks like, I think these are extra, yeah, a couple extra nibs in case you need them. So let's just look at the green. You guys know green's my favorite color, so vigorously shake up and down between each use. Okay, and then, so I have these 2 papers that I want to test on, and then I also pulled, just for whites, I pulled a Happy Notes that's got, it's a big Happy Notes and it's got dotted line paper. I know it's really hard for you guys to see. I can't get my lighting level right for that, but it is a big, so, all right, let's see what we got here. And this is not a brand new Happy Notes. This one is a bit older, so just because it doesn't bleed through this doesn't mean it's not going to bleed through the newest Happy Planners. There's always a lot of buzz online. Okay, must not have shaken it enough. About the paper quality, so, you know, from year to year, this could very well have different paper quality. We're going to check to see if it bleeds through, but I would not use that as a guarantee that like the brand newest like 2022 planners or whatever aren't going to bleed through. So this is what the nib looks like, just so you can see. It's like, it feels like Yeah, it's like a solid plastic almost. It's probably slightly porous, but okay, I'm starting to get a little bit of ink flow. There we go. Let's see if that's good enough. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see, it's definitely metallic, so not super vibrant, you know what I mean? Did not bleed through. Okay, let's check it on these other two papers. So, very pretty, very nice. I like that. I'm gonna zoom in now that we're getting into the pen tests as well. I don't think I'm gonna prime a lot of these because it took me so long, so. Okay, so it definitely shows up on all three, but definitely shows up the best on the black. Yeah, hard to see on the white. That's the metallics. They are not brush pens, so. All right, let's check out the, now Cleograph, the brush pens. This is the jewel selection. So these are the colors that are in it. Okay, this is what it looks like inside the box. There are the tips. Okay, they're pretty big tips. I'm gonna go with green again, you guys. There's two different greens. Okay, let's start with white paper again. Oh, they're dual tipped, I forgot. So there's a big brush tip. And so these are the two greens, a small brush tip. So this looks much more, the bigger tip looks much more like a Tombow dual brush pen size. But you guys, this small tip, if that's truly a brush pen, this fine end, that looks about really similar to a, I don't know which pen cap came off of which one. The ones that I use in my hand lettering videos. Let me grab one of those real quick. Okay, so for comparison, I did grab a Tombow dual brush pen. So let's compare the big ends. There we go. It's a tiny bit smaller. It looks like there's some buildup there on that one. Yeah. All right, and then I also grabbed a Tombow Fudenosuke, which is the one I like for my lettering videos, so you can see the fine tips. So yeah, pretty similar, you guys. I'm excited. Let's try these. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is write with the big end. So this is the Tombow brush tip, and I'm going to use 4 lines together on this because I know how fat this is going to write. I'm just not going to get anything smaller. Okay, so there's the Tombow dual brush tip, the big fat brush. That's about the biggest brush tip I have. And let's use the Calliograph, the broad end. All right, for comparison, gorgeous color. Spell hello right, Judy. So as you can see, pretty fat, pretty big for writing in a classic size happy planner. Okay, now let's compare the fine tip Tombow Fudenosuke brush tip. So I'm just going to use 2 lines now for this. So we'll go much smaller. So we'll keep the Tombows up here. And I could write even smaller with this tip. There we go. All right, now let's try the fine tip on this one, which looks very similar. Oh, you guys, oh my gosh. Look at that, oh my gosh, love it. It is definitely a fine brush tip. Good bounce back, oh my gosh. Can you guys tell how excited I am? They're not cheap, but oh my gosh, look at that. Now the whole thing about the Acrylograph pens is that supposedly, I'm going to be shocked. I'll just warn you right now. This does not look like a pen that will write on black paper. There's no metallic. There's no shine. Oh, let's look at the bleed through. None. Again, this is older. This is an older Happy Notes. It's pretty thick. I think that's not going to necessarily be indicative of how a current Happy Planner is going to work. Okay, let's do this all again. So I can tell you this Tombow is probably not going to show up, but let's try it. Yep. It's just not meant for black paper. Okay, same thing with this Tombow, not meant for black paper, right? Can see the shine. You can kind of see it faintly, but okay, so let's try the Calliograph. Again, I'm gonna be surprised if this shows up, but nope, it doesn't. Darn it. But it is a beautiful pen. If you're looking for really crazy high quality, I mean, you can see that better. We'll try a light one too. You can faintly see it. Just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and grab this pinky one, kind of peachy pink one, but I doubt it. Like, it's water-based, so I don't know how. Nope. Okay, so let's try the same thing though on the craft paper. So of course the Tombow does okay. This is the only one I have. I got this at a planner con event thing that I went to a couple years ago, so I haven't invested in more of those. And then this is the Fudenosuke, the finer point one. No surprise there. Okay, and let's try then one of the Calligraphs. Oh, there's the names. Olive and moss green. Beautiful. So now I'm curious if I get the non-metallic 7mm, if that will write on, if that'll show up at all on the black paper. Because I thought the reviews I had seen, the whole point was that they showed up on black paper, the same as white, and my brain didn't want to believe it, so. And then here are the tropical colors. So definitely some light ones there. Let's grab the light yellow one. This says it is, oh, it says lime green. Okay, well, how about this neon orange one? Yeah, it says orange. Okay, so big tip end. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love these brush tips. They are nice. Nice, nice, nice. And it's a brush at each end, just a different size. How awesome is that? Usually dual tip brush pens are a brush at one end. I don't know what I'm writing. And just a fine tip pen at the other end. So the color's a little different between those two, the two ends. No bleed through on the craft paper. And I'm sure we're not going to be able to see it over here, but we'll give it a shot either way. Nope. Soaks right in. Okay. So writing on the black paper is definitely a bust. I will keep my eye out for metallic brush pens from Archer and Olive. Like I said, these were the only two sets that they had. So tropical and jewel. And then these other ones, they actually, so I got these, like I said, in a 0.7. They did have a smaller size. I want to say 0.3 maybe. I don't remember. So anyway, I don't have a code or anything for these guys. Like I said, I bought these. They didn't send them to me, but I know Bumble 10 did work for me to get 10% off of all this stuff. So I hope you like this video. I will start linking these Calliograph pens in my lettering video series as another option. Look for these, the fine end, maybe to start making appearances in some of my hand lettering videos. So I hope you like this video. If you do, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.